Hello, Edu-Magicians. Welcome to the Edu-Magic Podcast with your host, Dr. Sam Fessich. Dr. Sam is a professor of education, author of Edu-Magic, and a pumpkin spice latte fan. This podcast is designed for pre-service teachers. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin at graduation, but during that first class at 8 a.m. Let's get this party started.
Hi, I'm Chris Nesi from the House of EdTech Podcast, a part of the Education Podcast Network, just like the show you're listening to right now. Shows on the network are individually owned and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting education podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com.
Hey friends, welcome back to the Edu-Magic Podcast. Welcome to episode 25. My name is Dr. Sam Fessich, and I'm really excited to share with you 10 productivity hacks. These hacks were developed by Naomi Shrom-Kuc, who is a future teacher at Grove City College. 10 strategies that will fuel you from now until your holiday break. Unfortunately, Naomi and I couldn't get together to get this recorded, so I'll be sharing out her strategies and sharing some of my 2 cents as well. Let's jump right in. If you head on over to www.sfessich.com/25, you're going to find all of these tips plus a bonus tip and a takeaway PDF that has some best practices outlined throughout the PDF for you. So let's hop into it. First things first, use a calendar. I couldn't agree with this more. If you're a paper and pencil kind of person, or if you're a digital person, have a calendar. You can have calendars on Outlook, on Google Calendar, and you can even set up reminders to let you know when something's due. You can set up reminders when you need to be at a certain meeting. And also, I recommend color coding those calendars. It's so important. Maybe you want to color code for different classes, different organizations or clubs that you're in. That's always a great way to color code. I also like to schedule in not only homework due dates or quizzes or assignments, things like that, and class times, but also schedule in time for you. You need to schedule in when are you going to work out? When are you going to grab a meal with friends? When are you going to, watch your favorite show? Maybe you are binging Friends on Netflix and you want to watch that. Schedule time in for you. That is so important. And do not compromise on that. So you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So please use a calendar, whether it's digital or paper, and you can schedule in times that work best for you. To go along with that calendar is a checklist or a to-do list. I love having to-do lists. Now, I have many to-do lists, and I've put them online, and maybe you saw a couple of them. So I have a to-do list with Microsoft To Do. It is an app and a website, and what I can do there is I can sort my to-do list into buckets. I love to have buckets and fill up my buckets as I go. So some of my buckets are related to the classes that I teach. Some are related to organizations that I'm in, projects that I'm working on, and I can share those to-do lists with collaborators if I would like. What I like about it is I love crossing stuff off my to-do list. If you're like me and you're a crosser-offer, I definitely recommend To Do because you can check it off. You can also, if you have like a big project, breaking that project down into smaller parts could really be helpful. So a big project of get a podcast episode out, I have actually broken down into 10 parts and I can check them off as I go. So making checklists and to-do lists are super important. You can do them on paper or digitally. What I like about digitally is that I can in the moment add to my to-do list into my buckets on my app, and it syncs right with my computer, which helps out so much when it comes to productivity. Now, once I have stuff on my to-do list, and there's always stuff on the to-do list, right? Raise your hand if you're like, yes, I hear you. There's always stuff on that to-do list. How do you prioritize what's on there? My recommendation is the Panera Pick 2 method. I am a fan of Panera. I love their mac and cheese, but I also like their pick 2 method. So what I like to do is I like to go into my to-do list and I pick 2 things I want to work on and I block out my calendar. Okay, when am I going to work on these 2 things? And then when I get those done, I add another thing to the list. So I'm always looking at what I need to do, prioritizing it, and then scheduling time into my calendar to get those things done. So keeping your calendar up to date, working through your to-do list, whether it be digitally or using paper pencil, are 2 great strategies for productivity. Another great strategy is organization, keeping everything in one spot. I love to keep everything in OneDrive. Maybe you're a Google Drive kind of person, but keeping everything in one spot where you know it's going to be. So I like to have a folder for each of my classes. I have a folder called Fall 2019. And in there, I have folders for each of my classes. I have folders for the organizations in which I'm in. I have folders for this podcast. So I like to keep everything in one spot. That one spot I can access across different devices. So using the cloud has been really helpful for me. And then you don't have to search like your documents or your downloads for all your things. Everything is right within one spot. If you're struggling to get something done and get it out there, getting a project done, getting a paper done, whatever it might be, break it down into small parts. Make it manageable for yourself. So maybe you also schedule in time to work on each of those smaller parts. That'll help you out in the long run to get that big project done. Scheduling time on your calendar, making it a point on your to-do list. Maybe it's a step in one of your processes to get things done, and then chunk it all together and put all your information in one spot. Whenever I was in grad school, I used a tool called Mendeley, and I'll put that in the notes there. And it was a great way to collect articles and resources, and I can highlight and annotate right within there. I can also share collections, which was really helpful. Getting everything done and checking things off your to-do list, you need to take a break. That's tip number 5. Take a break. Schedule in breaks for yourself. So don't schedule meetings back to back to back. Put a break in. Allow yourself to treat yourself to a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or take a walk or something. Take a break from the work that you're doing. It'll allow you to calm your brain. It'll allow you to refocus. And if you need some help taking breaks, there's lots of timers that you can set right on your phone or on your computer. I also use it to schedule out time to get things done. So I will set an hour timer. Okay, I have an hour to work on this one part of the project. And whatever I get done in an hour is what I get done. And then I stay focused for that 1 hour. Then I take a break, take a little walk, and then I am ready to get back into it. I love this tip from Naomi. Say no. Oh my gosh. Seriously, it really is a powerful word. And we don't say it often enough. I'm guilty of this too. I'm a yes person. We have to find things that are going to help fill us up and encourage us and build us up as teachers. We can't say yes to everything. We can't be involved in every club, every organization 100%. So we have to be picky, choosy about what we say yes to, because ultimately we are saying no to something else. Choose what's best for you, prioritize, and recognize we are human. We all have limits. Be present is Naomi's next one, and I love this one. It really does show when you are present in a class. What does being present mean? It means being there mentally. It means being there in the class, engaged with your peers, engaged in the content. Just be present in the class, take in the content, take your notes, reflect on those notes, and really be present in that space. Our last suggestion is to ask for help. Professors are here to help you. Your peers are here to help you. We can't do this alone. We need to be able to connect with those around us and know our support system. Take advantage of the counseling center if you have one on campus. They are always there to talk through different issues you might be having. So take advantage of the counseling center. Take advantage of your professor's office hours. We are here to help you. Let's recap all of these different productivity strategies. We talked about using a calendar, a to-do list, keeping everything in just one spot, using a chunking method when it comes to breaking down big projects, taking breaks, saying no to things that don't fuel you, make time for yourself, set healthy and good routines, be present in all that you do, and know people that can help support you and ask for help. If you head on over to www.sfessage.com/25, you're going to see a bonus tip for productivity. I hope that these helped you out. Please share out on social using hashtag EduMagic your productivity tips and hacks. That will help us be fueled from now until the holiday break.
And there you have it, EduMagicians. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. For more EduMagic, check out sfessage.com and follow Dr. Sam on Twitter and Instagram @sfessage. Until next time, you have the EduMagic within you.